It's lunchtime, and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from Studio A in the heart of Delray Gallery, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, a movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free at 888-565-1470 right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
Welcome.
I thought you said not yet.
I told him not yet. You went early. Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe on a beautiful Friday afternoon.
Happy Friday,
Dylan.
Freddie.
That's all right, Dylan. Dylan, the phones are hot?
Yes.
All right, welcome to all our friends in South Florida, LA, San Francisco. I am a mess here because my producer decided to go early. We are here on a beautiful Friday. If you want to call into today's show, I'm just grasping for air here. 888-994-4995 because I never give out the number. That's Dawn's job. How you doing?
How you doing? Happy Friday.
I'm a little tired.
Are you?
It's been a very, very busy morning.
Yes.
That was a very unusual meeting.
I haven't quite landed yet.
Teddy ran out of here like her hair's on fire. There were like 14 different things going on in there.
Thank goodness Teddy was there taking notes. I'm going to send them out all the information. But you know what? We are a production company, which is what we do. We produce. So we produce reality shows. We produce on-site locations. We do VIP events. That is the beauty of being a production company, which no one ever got runaway CBD beans. Beauty of what the other side of what we do that nobody realizes what we do.
It's coming to me. You know. Listen, the bottom line is that we may have a shot at producing our first reality show.
Yep.
And you're cooking some show called Trashin' Dashin'?
Fashion Trashin', I'm thinking.
Fashion Trashin'?
With Jackie Robinson and her guy, who is a hairdresser in East Boca Raton.
Is that the Jackie Robinson?
The Jackie Robinson.
From
not baseball.
From New Jersey Housewife?
Yes.
Is that the Jackie?
That'd be the Jackie.
Really?
Yes.
It's gonna be a whole lot of fun with this bad boy.
We need Nick, we need our limo, we need Lamborghini champagne, we need all big players in the house to have some fun, bring awareness to some makeover medicine for those who are looking for a makeover. Maybe haven't had such an easy life.
I know, this is not the Becky and Boca show.
You know what? I gotta tell you, the more stories I hear, and Fem City's in the house because today is International Women's Day, the stories, the survival, what women go through. I know men do too. But today, it's International Women's Day.
You don't have to say that all the time.
But I know, you're going to look at me and go, what about us? So I'm just saying.
No, I stopped doing that. I'm not doing that no more.
Some of the stories you hear are just remarkable.
Remarkable. Now,
women in the military, women in NASA, women who just achieved, women solopreneurs, stay-at-home moms. All of it.
I got some exciting news.
Do you?
Yes.
Okay.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. I hate that. I got exciting news.
Okay.
Do you know what today is besides?
I do.
Do you?
I do.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
What are you going to say?
60-year-old.
That's not what I was going to say.
The Barbie.
Really?
The Barbie's birthday is today.
She is 60.
She's looking pretty good,
I got my
baby.
Dawn doll, but I don't know how Barbie's looking at 60.
She's looking hot as ever.
Wow.
Did you know?
I did not know.
Today is Barbie's birthday. She is 60.
You know what else today is? Besides being International Women's Day, today is Freddie's rebirth day.
You know, you ain't
2 years ago today.
Anyway, this is not true. This is
because you know why? I need to preface this.
A myth. Let's stick with Barbie.
Listen up. Listen, Linda. Listen, Freddie. This is what I tell you. 2 years ago, Freddie was admitted to the hospital on this day. And the doctors,
some things are best left unsaid.
No, because the message of what you have done and you have achieved, you've lost 68 pounds, you have lowered your blood sugar to non-diabetic level, and all of that came, which is why we're here. All the coaches and all the diabetes educators and all the nutrition, and even when you're vegan or not vegan, the hard work you've put in, and WW and all of that along the line, is why you were still with us here today. All of your doctors, everyone who's been a part of your journey and your mission, you did the work, but happy rebirthday to you.
Are you done?
For now.
Now can we get back to
Until the
Barbie?
next hour when Leslie Carmen comes. Just saying. Yes. Again, part of
I
your
can see
team.
what kind of day it is today.
It's going to be a team. So happy birthday, Barbie. Happy rebirthday, Freddie. Happy International Women's Day, everybody. We've got Patty with us from Fem City. The founder of Fem City, Violet, is on her way. You know, the address got a little bit lost in translation. She ended up in Hollywood. Not Fort Lauderdale, not Boca. That's a new one. I don't even know what's in Hollywood. I know there's a mattress something in...
Yes, she did see the mattress.
That would be where she is. Okay, that would be Pompano. But that's okay. It happens all the time. How you doing?
You didn't have a Barbie though? I'm still hooked up on this Barbie thing. I thought you would have found this.
I had Barbies.
You had a
but-
Barbie?
Oh, yes.
But you know
They're
what I
still in my
had?
mother's
She's behind
basement.
you.
That's not a Barbie.
But in lieu of the Barbie, I had the Dawn doll.
You
Did you
guys
have
had a
a Dawn
Barbie
doll?
doll?
I did have Dawn.
You have a
yes.
Barbie doll?
So I always had the Dawn doll.
You do?
But
You
I
have a
had
Barbie
plenty
doll?
of Barbies.
Of course.
I never could relate to the line. You know who should have the Barbie doll? It's Faith Washington.
She is a Barbie doll.
She's the Barbie doll. She looks like Barbie. Even at whatever age Faith is, she will always look like Barbie. Me, I'm the shorter version of the Dawn doll.
Now, what's the opposite of a Barbie doll? The Ken doll, right?
Well, that's the male version,
Male.
yes.
So, did you have a Ken and Barbie, or did you just have the
Yes.
Barbie?
I had Malibu Ken.
Ever notice they never have clothes, though? My
Not
Barbies,
for
and
Ken.
they never had clothes
No,
on.
you took them off.
Pretty much. They go in the box with no clothes on. They're just like plastic dolls in the box with no clothes on.
Well, I had G.I. Joe with the Kung Fu grip.
Of course you did.
You remember the Kung Fu grip? You do, right? God, I like this girl, right? It had a Kung Fu grip. So you
I
put a
remember
pencil in it and it held it. You put whatever and it held it. And then they made a hole in the back so you could see through it. Remember that?
That was
No,
the Bionic
I do
Man,
not
wasn't it?
remember.
That was,
Yes, it was, the
Lee
Bionic-
Majors.
it
You
was
could
Lee
look through
Majors.
his eye. Oh, we're so old. We're going old school
You
again.
remember Bionic Man? He had a hole in the back of his head and you could see everything. It had like a
Look right through his
magnifying
eye.
glass. Yeah, it was really cool. And then they came out with G.I. Joe with the beard.
Really?
Yes.
I do remember that.
Remember?
My friend's brother had one of those. Yes.
And it's funny because I told my father, Dad, I want to shave. So my father gave me a razor with no razor, of course. One of those Remington oldies with the blades in it. And he says, and I put on so much lather that you couldn't see my face. I kind of like the lather, you know? And he says, okay, now you go this way and then you go that way. And so I shaved and I was like 7.
Oh, that's very cute, Freddie. Oh.
I thought
G.I.
everybody
Joe.
had one of those. G.I. Joe with the Kung Fu grip.
I don't know. Dylan, ever heard of
Just the
G.I. Joe?
boys.
Just the boys.
Well,
Just the boys.
how do you think we got more kids? They didn't Barbie have a family? Like
no,
they
she
had a
little
house?
sister. She had Skipper.
Where'd she come
Yeah,
from?
she had
Skipper
Skipper.
was the little sister.
So the
But
question
you
is,
never saw the parents. You never met
Right.
Barbie.
well, the
Better
question
than
of the
Barbie
day,
first.
the question of the day, have you seen Barbie's parents?
Okay, so when my parents went to go get me in the Philippines,
Uh-huh.
they saw the Filipinos that were living there. They saw my parents riding down the road, and they called out, "Hey, look, G.I. Joe," because they all just assumed that the white guy was in the military, and that's all they knew. Because I guess during World War II, a lot of white folks were in the Philippines, and they just named him G.I. Joe.
That's so funny. Was
So
your
they
dad in the
co-
military when they adopted you?
Well, my dad wasn't, but my grandpa, he's a Korean War veteran. He was in the Marines.
Wow, how long ago was that, Dylan?
1995.
Wow.
Long time ago.
So
Dylan
that's what we
was
call
adopted.
Dylan's dad now is G.I. Joe. With the Kung Fu grip.
The Kung Fu grip.
He grabbed Dylan and brought him here.
It's a good thing, right?
Very cool.
Where
Now,
would we be without Dylan?
oh, God help us. And we have a new producer in the house,
Lily.
Miss Lily. Lily, what
Lily?
is your full name, Lily? You're going to get her a mic.
My full name is actually Liliana Kameli. Hers is Zua, but I just go.
Whoa, what?
I'll take Lily.
I just
Liliana.
go by Lily.
I got
first.
Liliana.
And where are you from?
I'm actually Florida based. I've lived all over South Florida, mostly like Miami, Miramar, Coral Springs, Davie, Boca, like everywhere.
And you're Hispanic?
Yes, I am.
And where are your parents from?
My parents are from Cuba, Puerto Rico, and Nicaragua.
How'd they be in 3 places at one time?
Well, my mom was half Cuban, Puerto Rican. So,
Oh. Do you know what part of Puerto Rico?
I have no idea.
When you go home, ask her.
Oh, I can't.
You can? She's not with us no more?
She's not.
Oh, we can still ask her.
Nowhere.
We'll still fight.
It's okay.
Well, welcome.
Freddie is Puerto Rican, Italian, Bronx, And he's
Bronx
Jewish
is
when he
not a
sits here with me.
nationality, Smarty.
And he's Jewish when he sits here with me, so.
Yes, I took a bath.
So we'll welcome Liliana. Lily is the name of the day. Wow, when I walked in and met you, I said, of course your name is Lily.
Yes,
It's
do
a
you know
beautiful name.
it's a special name because that is Dawn's.
It's my,
It was meant to be.
it's my kid's great-grandmother.
So,
There
and
you
that
go.
name, believe it or not, has popped up this week.
Yes, that name has popped up. So welcome to our family, to the
Okay.
Brooklyn Cafe TV and our wonky craziness on International Women's Day. Give us a call, 888-994-4995. Whew, it's Friday already. What a week we have had. Yesterday we had popcorn tasting. Monday we had Live Like Jake Drowning Prevention. Tomorrow is Walkathon to walk in her shoes with Elite Foundation. If you are interested, you can contact EliteFundsFreedom.org. The walkathon is how to walk in her shoes. It's at 8 a.m. in Fort Lauderdale. High heels, just to see what it's like to walk in her shoes. Human trafficking, the stories that keep coming out are more and more and more. It's just amazing childhoods. You know, we met with somebody today. What the impact that your childhood has on you is just remarkable.
It is. Now, before we get into a segment, I also want to congratulate the 2 tickets that we sold yesterday.
Do you know who it was to?
Do you?
No.
Bad on us. But I want to congratulate you, know who you are. And I think that starting Monday, we're going to name the shout outs to the people who are buying tickets and maybe even have them call in and they can say, you know, they want to be part of it and why they did it and yada, yada, yada. I
For
think
the
it's time.
Brooklyn Cafe TV on Ice. All the
Yes,
paperwork
March
is in.
23rd.
The Ethernet has been ordered for the show. On March 23rd, the Florida Panthers played the Boston Bruins. We are doing a give back Brooklyn Cafe TV on Ice. If you purchase the ticket through the link on Groupmatics, which I hope you please do, $6 from every ticket goes back to one of the foundations that you see that we are working with and this amazing video put together by HPR Productions. All you have to do is type the name in. If it's going to be Operation 120, when we had Alita on 2 days ago, for FemCity, because
Yep.
that is the group that FemCity is working with in their philanthropy side, whether it be Roots and Wings, Hope Center for Autism, so many great foundations. Just buy your tickets. I know everyone said, even we haven't bought ours. We need to buy ours. Game puck drop is at 7, a party upstairs in the Chairman's Club at 5:30. All tickets include admission, parking, the game. The $85 level, the Lord Stanley Loft, includes food, wine, beer, soda. It's an incredible opportunity to network your business. I really think it is a business expense. That is what we were told, especially while you're there. If you go to the Lord Stanley Loft, everything's included. We're all up in the loft, and you just get a bigger opportunity to share your resources. It's about connecting the foundations and the organizations in our community and giving back.
Uh-oh. Pop. She wants
She's
popcorn.
looking for popcorn. We'll make you some popcorn,
We'll
Jean.
make you some.
We had popcorn tasting yesterday, and I think the topping that won was the cheddar, although I did like the nutritional yeast.
Yeah.
Ever had nutritional yeast?
I have not. I heard it's supposed to
Yeah.
taste like cheese.
It didn't.
but
It tastes like feet.
It was good.
After a long walk.
I prefer no feet in my popcorn.
After a long walk.
It didn't taste like feet.
It was
I liked
horrible.
it. It was kind of like
Oh.
a sexy salad with lemon. It was just popcorn with
There
a
was
little bit
nothing
of
Sexy
drizzle.
about that stuff.
Nothing sexy.
No, not at
But
all.
we'll make some popcorn for Jean. We've got Patty with us while we're waiting for Violet. Maybe that's... Nope, it's Ashley. Ashley's in the house. Ashley Warline. Lots going on. Patty, what is happening with FemCity?
So FemCity actually just had our coffee connection this morning. So I've been up and at 'em bright and early. And
You're wired is what it is.
I had a little extra coffee this morning. I had my coffee on Patty's patio, and then I had my, which was my Brooklyn Cafe coffee. Thank you very much.
Whoa.
And then I had my coffee at Brown Interior Creative Design Group, who hosted our coffee connection down the road. We had 10 amazing women, business members with us, just celebrating International Women's Day and masterminding and helping each other with some business topics. And we are getting ready for our next Connection Luncheon, which will be April 26th. And we'll have all the details and registration open next week for that.
How many people?
That will probably be 40 women who we have space for that event.
It's such a great event. FemCity's been amazing. We're actually meeting later today with one of the FemCity.
Our founder,
Well, she's coming, but one of the FemCity ladies that you brought on, she's meeting us later today because she would like to do some work. She brought the jewelry.
Oh, yes, Gina Tassinelli.
Gina's meeting
the
us
Style
later
Rebel
to see how
Mama.
we might be able to work together with Style Rebel Mama. You know, we all need
Yeah,
some styling.
Gina follows all over the
fabulous.
place.
And
She's
Gina would be a
very
great
good.
fit in on the other segment that we're putting together.
Very nice. I want you to walk me through what you had going on today. So the ladies show up and what happens there?
So today was just an hour and a half get together. We did introductions. Usually we femme it forward with a shout out to another woman in business. Today we kind of targeted that towards International Women's Day, and just a woman who has inspired us somewhere along our journey and helped us in business. And then I select a topic, a business related topic, and we go around and discuss that. Or sometimes, like today, we just had people fill out cards on something they needed help with or would like some advice on in their business to help them grow. And I just draw the cards out and we pick a topic and have at it.
What time did you show up for this meeting?
9 to 10:30 is our coffee connection. And these are exclusively for our paid business members. We do offer a free 30-day trial membership as well.
Are they invited?
They are not invited to this. They are invited to our connection luncheons, most of our socials, evening socials. But this coffee connection we do exclusively for the paid business members because it is so small and they fill up so quickly that we decided we had to make that a business member benefit.
And it's always 10?
It can be 10 to 14. It depends on the location.
So that's a small group.
It is very
Let
small
me ask
group.
you about the cards that you pulled. What are some of the common questions that women in business are looking for help in?
It varies from
was
time
today's?
to time. Today we had a couple that focused on the same issues. 2 were interested in podcasts, which I thought was very interesting
we can
since
help
we've
you with
been
that.
doing so much with the Brooklyn Cafe. And then building and maintaining a successful business. You have the idea. How do you market it? How do you get it off the ground? And then how do you keep it going?
I kind of like that.
Well, we talked about that this morning because as a solopreneur, and you probably have quite a few solopreneurs, when it all falls on you, plus you're doing everything as a wife, a mom, a single mom, whatever you are, there's a lot going on. And then you get your business going, you have this great idea and you're in. And
then
the
what?
bills start coming in, right? And then social media starts piling up. And then Instagram, your numbers start dropping because you haven't had time to do this. And you think, am I really in this? Am I really doing the right thing? Can I really do this?
Well, and this morning was a great example because we were hosted through this beautiful interior design showroom, and you walked in, and first thing in the morning, there were 6 people in that room or in that building. There were a couple of designers. There was a receptionist. There was a marketing person. There was the CEO. There was an account manager. All these different people. And when you're a solopreneur, you are all those people. And you have to find the balance and find the time to do all of those different tasks without making yourself crazy and without dropping the ball on your business.
That's the hardest thing, is the balance. You have balance?
Me? I balance like a cat.
The balance is hard, and you're working all night. I did find like a light to my lack of balance in my life.
Yeah, I know,
if
I
I
see
take
it's on
my
the
computer from this studio to NN,
You did it yesterday.
and I can fill in the things that I would normally do when I get home from the studio at 9 o'clock that keep
Did it
me up till
yesterday.
midnight. I was
That's your light?
Wow, yes, because you know what?
I got an easier light if you need it.
Because I realized, you know what, it's time management. And if I can work and work at work instead of taking everything back home, that actually was not up until midnight working. I just started again this morning.
Well, it's really interesting because businesses, when you get an idea and you hatch it and then it goes, it doesn't stop. It's funny, I tell people all the time, if you're in business and you stop doing something because you think it's done, then
It's never done.
It's never done. And then they'll tell me, but is there something else to do? There is always something to do, even if you are trying to promote your business to talking to people and everything else. And I tried to explain this to my son yesterday when he was here all day with us. And I said to him, you don't stop you got to keep going.
keep going.
And it makes me laugh because sometimes they say to me, aren't you tired? And so what? Who isn't tired? Raise their hand.
You have to keep going.
And that's the deal between your business being successful and you running it, or your business suffering and running you. So that's when the whole game changes. But I applaud I really like the coffee idea. I think it's kind of cool because it's not only about opening a business, it's not only about maintaining a business, but then you have to make your business grow.
Right. And we love the Coffee Connections because, again, it's a chance for our members to connect on a more personal, intimate level. And we all know you do business with people you know, like, and trust. How do you get to know, like, and trust them? You have those interactions and those conversations. And so we provide this opportunity to do that.
Do you feel running Fem City that it has changed your perspective about business?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And I personally have grown so much from the women that I have met and advice that I have gotten from them and seeing their successes. And just it has also opened other opportunities for me personally as well. So you see women from all different types of businesses here at Fem City, and we're really lucky to be such a diverse organization. And I really enjoy being part of it.
What is one of the big tips you would give somebody in business?
Narrowing down to one is really hard, but I would say just never stop meeting people, because we get all things in life through others, whether it is a client, whether it is a referral from someone else to your business, or even just, the grocery manager who's helping you get dinner on the table. Everything you get through someone else. And so just never stop meeting people, because you never know who that one person is going to be, either in your life or when you are going to be that one person for someone else.
Isn't that what Lady Gaga said? There can be 100 people in the room and 99 don't believe in you, but it just takes that one to give you a shot and to believe in you.
What about when you have something in hand? So this is what you sell. It could be seen, it could be held, it could be seen and given. Mm-hmm. And you have to sell a philosophy that cannot be seen. It can be felt because you feel good about it, and you're rewarded on people buying into a belief. Different philosophy, right? Mm-hmm. Psychiatrists, psychology.
We're going to do that at the 1 o'clock hour.
That's right. All of this stuff ties in differently because it's not a physical animal, it is a mental animal. And you look at religion. I know we don't talk religion, but you look at religion. Look at oldest faith, profession in the world, right? They sell Bibles, yes, but they sell faith. And sometimes that philosophy then will be different. So you have to wear a lot of hats, right? You have to be able to talk to the individual who's asking you for their help, because it implies, what are they selling? What does the business do?
Yes, but at the end of the day, it all boils down to reaching your ideal client. And that can be different for, individuals in the same industry. Their ideal client can be different simply because of their personalities and their approach.
Let's take a commercial break, Dylan. When we come back, more with Patty from Fem City. We're not on Patty's Patio. We're at the Brooklyn Cafe TV. I want to talk about Rodan and Fields and the benefits of an MLM. Let's dispel some of the myths while we're waiting for Violet from Fem City. Give us a call, 888-565-1470. We'll be right back.
Are you looking for a new business opportunity with residual income from the convenience of your own home? Are you looking to help people and yourself take control of your health, lose weight, and feel great at the same time? It's time to drink and drop the pounds with Cafe Canna. No need to keep inventory or sit in an office. With 2 simple sachets a day, you'll receive your daily dose of coffee, CBD, and an appetite suppressant. Contact Bev today at 954-612-1271 or visit their website hempshopstore.com. Drink and drop the pounds to a new business and healthier you.
If a tree falls in the woods and no one is around to hear it, Does it make a sound? Have you ever felt that your voice goes unheard? And you think that you can make a difference if only someone would just listen? It's time for women in business to have a place to step into your power, a platform to embrace your hopes, dreams, and your visions, a voice to heal and restore. Your voice can make a difference. We have the platform to share your story and let your voice be heard. Be kind to yourself, give yourself the chance to be heard, and shine bright. Contact New Dawn Media by texting CAFE to 80800. That's CAFE to 80800.
Pure Wave. Supercharge your cells. Energize your body with Pure Wave therapy. Are you ready for improved cell regeneration, less discomfort, a longer, healthier, vital life? Contact purewavenow.com for your consultation. PureWave technology strengthens the immune system and metabolism while activating hormone production. PureWaveNow.com, 561-965-7777. PureWave. Supercharge your cells. Energize your body with PureWave therapy. Are you ready for improved cell regeneration, less discomfort, a longer, healthier, vital life? Contact purewavenow.com for your consultation. PureWave technology strengthens the immune system and metabolism while activating hormone production. PureWaveNow.com, 561-965-7777.
How you doing?
How you doing? And we're back at the Brooklyn Cafe TV on International Women's Day. It is Friday at the Brooklyn Cafe TV. What a week. I always say that every week here. What a week. This week was an amazing week. I mean, we started it with drowning prevention. We've had Fem City on Wednesday. We get to have Fem City today again for International Women's Day. Every day I know is International Women's Day, about sharing your story, but more and more you realize women are in every aspect of the workforce. Everything from NASA to firefighters. I was watching this morning that there is a free Get in Shape in New York City if you want to become a New York City firefighter for women. It doesn't matter what size, shape, you can join, you can get in shape and try to be part of the firefighters. Pretty amazing.
Can a guy join that Get in Shape thing too? Or
Probably, but they were talking about women today. Pretty remarkable.
You have to be able to carry a 250-pound dummy or up 6 flights of stairs.
No, I couldn't do that.
That's why it's hard.
But you think about women and everything, right? When we were growing up, or even our parents' grandmothers' generations, women were not in science, women were not in technology, but you look at the women that helped found NASA, the space program, back in the day when women were not doing science, and now they're being recognized for all of their achievements and accomplishments. It's remarkable.
Well, let me ask you, do you believe we went to the moon?
I do.
You believe we went to the moon?
I do.
You guys believe we were in the moon? Yeah?
You're going to say it's propaganda and all the media said?
Absolutely not.
Oh, okay.
I had this fight with my brother, may he rest in peace, because I said, well, Harry, what about him? He got all over my case. He was a Navy guy. He said, we picked him up out of the water and yada yada. But the women that got us to the moon, women, wasn't men.
Yes.
Right? You saw the movie. True story. Check it out. You can Google it. It's true.
Remarkable, isn't it? Women in science.
How long did
Don't ever let your math or science teacher, like they told me, say you shouldn't do it.
How long has it been? 69? How many years is that?
Since the space program started?
Since we landed on the moon in 69. Right? And the movie comes out now because they didn't want to give the women credit.
Things are changing.
No, something's changing.
Things are changing, and it's time. And there's a lot we have to catch up on a lot of things because we weren't always taught business. It was a little bit taboo to own your own business as a woman, right? We were teachers and nurses and moms and secretaries, things that...
Secretary?
Secretaries.
Is that what you said?
Secretaries.
I didn't know they had that many syllables. Secretary.
Say secretariat.
Peanuts.
But it's really different now, women in business. And a lot of women who are stay-at-home moms, or they want their side hustle, they do MLM, and that has seemed to have a bad connotation.
Yes.
It can.
But we are with Rodan and Fields, and it is a phenomenal product.
I am truly, truly fortunate to have partnered with two amazing women who are Stanford-trained dermatologists, Drs. Katie Rodan and Kathy Fields. And they created a product way back in the 90s called Proactiv. And they built this billion-dollar brand with one limited market, teenage acne. It basically the infomercial industry. When they first launched this product, they were getting doors shut in their faces all over the place, and none of the major skincare companies would pick them up. And they met with a venture capitalist, connected them with Gunther Renker, and history was made.
What was the name of the product?
Proactiv.
Now you know what happened with that product, right? It blew up everywhere.
Oh yes, it is still the #1 acne brand in the world until the doctors have re-entered the teen and young adult acne market now with this new spotless regimen through their new company, Rodan and Fields. They did sell their interest in Proactiv several years ago and have been concentrating fully on their new company, which focuses more on the anti-aging skincare, and they were addressing issues that their patients were coming to them in their office to see that did not necessarily need a prescription to treat. So they developed this line of products. They actually were very successful in brick and mortar retail for a number of years, but they saw the writing on the wall and they pulled out of brick and mortar retail and launched through e-commerce. And they knew it was the girlfriends telling the girlfriends telling the girlfriends, hey, this product works.
Get out of my head.
It was not, magazine advertisings or the big glossy, 2-page spread. It was all word of mouth. And so that's how they relaunched Rodan and Fields. And now with, all of, these decades of new medical advancements and technology, plus their experience and passion and drive that helped build the first acne brand, they now have this new 2-step spotless regimen, which addresses teen and adult acne.
And as a product, I think it's remarkable, and I know they've got amazing products. But as an MLM, the connotation of an MLM has this bad underlying, I don't want it. But you are a woman in business.
I am.
And you did not have a big startup cost.
No.
You're behind the product that you love. You see it helps people and it benefits people. And you have support on the other side. It doesn't all fall on you. So it has really positive sides to it as well.
Exactly. And there are all kinds of companies for all kinds of products out there. One or several differences with Rodan and Fields. Again, there is an actual product out there. They offer a 60-day money-back guarantee with all of our products. Not many products out there do that, and I know we experienced acne with all 3 of my sons, and 2 of them, Rodan and Fields products worked wonderfully for them. One, it was a constant battle. We did see dermatologists. We went through several different medications and cleansers and prescription treatments that even with insurance were a couple of $100s. And they would prescribe these and then tell you to come back in 30 days to see how it worked, because again, nothing works overnight. And then say, okay, well, this didn't really work. Now we're going to switch you to another one. So meanwhile, you're out your couple of $100s that you've spent on a product that really didn't do anything. And it's just frustrating and really affects your self-image and your self-confidence.
What I am amazed at is the development of sending out the marketing of it. And I put Gio on it, and they were in malls, where a lot of teenagers hang out. They went after the market where the kids were, and what the problems were.
Right, they set up the kiosks in the malls. They knew, they targeted, they did pin, and that's the beauty of, I think, the MLM, what they did as a company.
It was amazing. And then they decided to step that up, and they had a representative with a dermatologist at different kiosks in different places, and they were announcing this. So when I went to Tampa, I ran into a mall, and they happened to just have been there. And I looked at Gio, and you know, it breaks your heart because you want to help your kids.
Yes.
And I spoke to this gentleman. I took out my debit card. I says, just load it up. Let's just see how this thing works. And it worked phenomenally. So it's the psychology behind the sale as well.
Well, yeah, when I met you, I was with an MLM company.
Yes.
Which I know I still love the product, and I think people who work with these companies, they have to get behind the product because it resonates. Not everyone can turn it into a business where it becomes a stepping stone. I mean, for me, it was a stepping stone for what we do, which makes no sense, right? Because how was an MLM in healthcare bring me here? But I learned a lot about business. I learned a lot about sending emails. I learned a lot about professionalism, what it's like to show up, the face-to-face side of what it is, the follow-up side, the business side of it, without having to make this enormous investment in my first business.
Yes.
There's a lot of pros to it. And you may not love the MLM industry, you may, whatever it is, you can learn a lot from it. I mean, there's a lot of positives, like in any business.
Yes, and what we see is a lot of people are joining Rodan & Fields as well as other MLMs and direct sales or e-commerce companies because they can control their schedule and work the business into their lives. And I love Dr. Katie Rodan, her father used to always tell her, be your own boss, make your own money. And this is a way for people, women especially, who can start a business with a very small monetary investment, and they can grow that around their current lifestyle.
And then you have the support. So all these questions that you talked about today at coffee of how do I make this business grow on my own? I'm supporting my children. I'm a single mom. I've got all of these things. But if you're looking to start a business, I'm not saying it's for everybody, but it's an option to look at. And don't listen to all these naysayers that say, why would you do that? Because you know what? There's a lot of benefits to put your toe in the water and before you jump right in the deep end and say, I've got the support. You can stay, or you can choose to stay or not. But what you will learn from it as a woman in business is remarkable. You will learn how to stand up for yourself. You will learn how to face people. You will go to these meetings that you either like or you don't, but you know what? You're going to take something away from them.
Exactly.
If I hadn't been there, I would have never met you, and then we would have never been here.
Well, the funny thing is, in 1987, I was approached by a company. I'm not going to use the name, and they were doing MLM. And they came to me, and I went to a presentation, and they asked me to bring friends. I brought my 3 cousins, and the 3 of us sat down. And they had a whole list of different products. And one of them, I'll never forget, ate the bottom of a cup. It was so strong to destroy dirt. Now it wasn't, they didn't water it down. They just wanted to show the strength of it. And I turned it down. And believe it or not, today, it is one of the largest companies out there. And I'm not going to say the name because whatever. One of the largest companies that if I had invested with them in 1987, I would be retired as a multimillionaire today. So, lesson be learned. There are 2 sides, like you said, to every equation.
Yes.
If you're blessed to get a product that works and you have history behind you that it does, pay attention. If the product is selling bananas off a boat, do your homework. It's not saying it's a bad idea, but do your homework. Is it going to require you to put more effort into it because you don't have the backing and the experience of these products like we're looking at today?
No, I think a lot of it is setting up as a woman in business. When you can work it into your schedule, you have 3 sons. I've got 2 kids, and I was working another job, but I knew at the time I was looking for something that I needed to change.
Did you sell that, or was that something that Chuck was selling?
I actually made some money on it.
Or who was selling it, you or Chuck?
Me.
Because he's a doctor.
Yes.
Well, people can listen to the doctor.
Well, hence why they were listening to the doctor and not me.
They weren't listening to the doctor because I was at the presentation. That's why I'm asking you.
Yes.
So, and yet you sold a lot of that stuff. That whole room was a buzz.
I sold a lot of that. It was a remarkable, and is still a remarkable product for weight loss and health because it's still behind the premise of everything that I'm all about is healthy weight, cholesterol, diabetes. We even spoke to you about it.
Yes, you did.
But at the end of the day, it was something, I knew I wanted something more, and we're going to talk about in the 1 o'clock hour about reinventing yourself. And as my kids grew up, I knew I needed to do something else. I had no idea what to do. I didn't know how to even have a resume. And I have degrees, but where do you even get back into the workforce? So you think, you know what, let me start my own business, but oh my gosh, what an enormous undertaking. But this is a great way to sidestep in or grow an enormous $1 million business for yourself. You have the option.
Exactly. And I love Rodan & Fields in that it is truly a business in a box. You get absolutely everything you need to build a business at whatever scale you would like.
And do you have to have business experience? I think the biggest fear here is I get into a deal and I've never sold anything. I've never been in the business world. You know, I was a housewife, let's say, or a guy wife, whatever. And you don't know what to do. And how do you get the experience to make this thing grow? Rodan & Fields
offers all of the training and all of the tools that you could possibly need. And the resources are there for you, and they're accessible at whatever time you want. So if it's nap time, you know, when the kids are down, if you're a stay-at-home mom and you're able to access it online and do some training on products or customer relations and things like that, it is all there for you. If you're a 2 a.m. in your jammies kind of worker, you can access it then as well.
I love that. You know, if you put the work in, the job will reward you. If you go home, go to sleep, and ignore it, it's not going to work. And that is true in every business.
You have to do the work.
You have to look at the messages, and you will learn something. It may not always be something good, but you will learn from it. And whether you learn from your mistakes, you learn from your success, you learn from your failures. Not everything is a success in life, but you know what? We learn from those mistakes, and we keep going,
well,
right?
Right.
We got to keep going.
Nothing in business is 100%. You try different things, see what works, and if you have to tweak it, you tweak it.
There's no straight line in
Absolutely
business
not.
Success. It's the big squiggle, and it's ups and downs and hills and U-turns and every which way, but there's no straight line.
Nope.
And would it be fun that way?
And you got to keep your eye open for that opening that's going to take you to another level. You know, I used to teach my kids, my sons, who have worked with me, both of them, about sales. Sales isn't about what you're going to say. It's about what you're going to hear. Hear it, and it comes. And how you doing?
Ladies. All right, let's go to commercial break. When we come back, more with Fem City. I guess it's raining outside. I don't know.
Is it raining?
Give us a call, 888-994.
Are you sweating?
With an umbrella?
Yeah.
4995. We'll be right back.
Violet.
An American Express travel representative has a tremendous reputation for quality, service, and very competitive pricing for all of your travel needs. As a cruise planner's travel advisor, Paul Vadiano will help you discover exciting adventures around the world, from cruises to land tours and completely packaged vacations. Paul specializes in all types of travel and will create an unforgettable vacation, wedding, or event just for you. Find Paul at www.cruiseoptics.com, on Facebook, or by phone at 561-232-2626. We make your travel dreams come true.
So find a table near you, and you two can play along with the Brooklyn Cafe TV.
We should make a game. Then they're gonna come into our world, they come into our house. We always have an open door, a cup of coffee, a book nook, a shot of vodka, which I could probably use right about now.
3, 2, 1.
And welcome to all our friends in South Florida, LA, New York, San Francisco, Chicago.
Ever heard you look like Christopher Walken?
I don't even know who the hell that is. I didn't know who that was until I saw Deer Hunter. And it says, that Christopher Walken? Yes. Oh, I don't look anything like him. I don't sound like him. I don't act like him, but they say I do. We need more cows. As a matter of fact, this picture, I'm looking at this clown. You gotta come down to Fox. What the hell is it? Foxwood Fountain. You gotta come down to Foxwood Fountain. Wait, where's the cherry? What was that guy saying? Yeah, you are Christopher. Oh, look at this. Are you getting me doing the corner chummy? LeBron James. And he just went on and on and on. We need more cowbells. This is good, but we need more cows. I don't talk like him. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. And it's funny because people come on the set here and they think that La La Land is real.
It is. It is real. It's such a much better place to be in my world. I'm telling you, it is so real. And it's the best thing about being where we are. It's when we found this place and we looked at it and it had this vision of all these different rooms, setting up for all these different sets. We.
French? You got
More cowbell.
And what time is the, what time? You gotta give me something else. I ain't doing that no more.
That's really so sad. A squawking chicken, a screaming, a nagging wife.
What is it with you and these chickens?
What else do you need to make some noise besides me?
I'll squeeze Dylan.
You know, I was listening to our show last night and I'm thinking, why don't you just tell me to stop talking? I can talk and talk.
Stop talking.
And talk and talk.
You don't stop.
You know, we had someone in here yesterday. Robert was in. He said, I haven't heard you talk that much in 15 minutes in 5 years since I've known you.
I have this in my ear. I can't hear you. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Okay, so now we have the original show. So let's start the show over.
We're choppy again.
Yes, because he has the window open.
Welcome back to the Brooklyn Cafe TV on International Women's Day Friday. We've got Fem City in the house. We've got Patty with us. We were talking about MLMs, but we're going to get right into Fem City because we're waiting for Violet to join us on our hour.
Violet?
Violet is the founder of Fem City.
Of all of them?
Of all of them.
Of all of them.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
And you're sitting here?
Yes.
Holy
and I got lost.
And you got lost.
Do you know there's 3 1440s along the way from Coral Gables up to Delray Beach?
Oh, you were in Coral Gables and you went down to Brickell?
I went down to the first one on my Waze app, and then it said, and then I was
Hollywood. I
yeah,
think.
and then I was freaking out, and then I put in the address, and it showed like 20 miles away. I was like, oh, okay. And then I was like, let me put in the location name, and then it showed me a third one. So I'm not really I don't know why there are 3, but the Waze app has them as 3 different, and they're pretty far apart.
Yeah, we're a very confusing group. And where are you originally from?
I was born in Miami. I spent some time in Chicago as a little girl and then lived in Raleigh, North Carolina for 12 years, but I am first generation Cuban American.
So you've been living here or you moved down here recently?
I've been living in South Florida. We moved in 2007. So we moved back.
So you've been here like 11, 12 years?
Yeah, I was here until college and then we moved away and then I moved back and so now we're here. Yeah.
There you go. Okay. And you're here from congratulations.
The founder of Fem City. How long ago did you find Fem City?
I started it it's actually our 10th anniversary. So I started Fem City in 2009. I was just kind of looking to do a little group of women to come together and support each other. I had a very similar group in North Carolina that I loved. And I was trying to have that same feeling here. And then it just grew and grew. And then people started seeing our pictures on Facebook and started asking for Fem City in their neighborhood. And I just started listening to what they were saying and just producing what people asked of me.
And we were talking about women in business and starting a business. And we say sometimes women want to put their toe in and they want to reinvent themselves and start with an MLM, something small. You started with one group of Fem City. How many chapters do you have?
How big is
You're
it?
international.
Yeah, we have a little bit over 120 locations, 140 because we're launching more and more every day. But I think for me, I was a serial entrepreneur. So my first company, I was 22 years old. And it was because I was a new mom and I really wanted to be at home with my son, and I didn't want my children to be a latchkey kid, which I was. I kind of raised myself in that kind of setting. And so I was looking for something flexible, and I really thought that being on my own, having my own business would give me that flexibility. So I started really, really young launching businesses, and then I launched a Pilates studio, had that for about 10 years. And so with FemCity, I always kind of felt that when I launched my next business, that it would actually live beyond me. It would be something that could, generate all around the world, and I wouldn't have to be the person, but I wanted it to like reproduce itself with really great things. And that's what FemCity has done.
What was your mission when you started FemCity?
I truly believe for women, when we talk about equality, when we talk about financial wealth, abundance, I really think it starts with being your own boss. And so I did tinker a little bit in the corporate world, and I experienced things that women talk about now. And I just felt like I just don't want that in my life. And I want to empower women to be able to dictate how much money they make, the flexibility that they have, the ability to raise children if they want to raise children. If they don't want to have children, they don't have to. But I wanted to be that person that could give them the platform to design their life the way that they want. And I had already done it a couple of times. I wish I had had a mentor. I made every mistake. And I always promised myself that when I got to that point in my life that I could give back, that I would.
I'm Cuban, right?
Yes.
No, I have like a zillion questions because being Latina, right? You have a Latina background. In your wildest dreams, you think it was going to be this successful?
Never. Like, as a matter of fact, when I first started our first location in Miami, I was looking to run for office. I was working for the City of Miami Mayor's office. I was one of his advisors, and I had already been in all the boards and all the groups, and I had started positioning myself to run because I wanted to make, again, a difference in my community. And FemCity, it was between FemCity or running, and FemCity just kept pulling at me, and women kept asking for our communities in their backyard. And I felt like if I'm really going to change the world with what my talent is, that's the path to take. It has more, I can change more in that kind of scope versus just in a Miami setting.
So where were you going to run for mayor?
I think I was thinking about commissioner at the time. I did run for commission of Key Biscayne. I lost from the early voting or the absentee ballot. I was in Bali with one of our retreats, and so I lost like 140 votes during that time, but I lost on election day only by a handful.
So where do you want to be mayor from?
You know what? Right now, my passion is just helping women. I think
but where would you want to be mayor from? What would be, if forget about doing it, but what if you wanted to, where would you put your finger? What city? Where?
What city? Well, I'm in Coral Gables now.
So that's where you would be mayor?
Yeah, I mean, I went to elementary school in Coral Gables. I went to middle school in Coral Gables. So even though Key Biscayne has a big piece of my heart as well, I feel like just in essence, just to serve and give. Just
the first school I worked at was Coconut Grove Elementary School.
Oh my gosh, that's... Yes, I know exactly.
Right down the street from her.
I know, that's why I said it. She knows exactly where it was.
And I love the Grove.
That is what the first school I taught at.
Wow.
It's amazing how you have affected so many different women that have been on this show. And I didn't know FemCity from anything, but there was a lady who brought us flowers. Everybody knows her. And she came in here, and she's a business lady, very shy, wanting to expand and grow, and she went to a meeting. And as she was leaving that day, she whispers in my ear that she went to this meeting. She says, that meeting changed my life.
Oh, that's beautiful. Well, that's Patty. Patty is just such a beautiful representation of everything empowering women here in the area.
Phenomenal job.
And you know what? I have to agree with you because I've heard of other people in other locations, and they say it doesn't have the dynamic pull that the women from the Boca del Rey chapter has.
Yeah, it's the energy. Awesome. It's the energy of, well, it's everything, right? When you are in a bad job, and they always say the fish rots from the head down, right? So people generally leave because, I mean, that's a saying that, but the opposite holds true as well.
Correct.
When you have someone, I'm sorry, I don't mean to put you on the spot, that's all good stuff. When you have someone who has a beautiful spirit, who really authentically wants to serve and make the world a better place for women, it radiates in everything she does, and then she attracts all those people around her as well, and so that makes the community.
And you all inspire women in business, and I see on my email come across all of these training sessions and all of these emails and all of these newsletters come across a lot of other, and there's a lot of women networking groups. They don't have this camaraderie. They don't have the teamwork. You know what, there's someone here that's got your back. We were here to answer questions. It's run like a business, not just a networking group.
Well, we are a business organization. So in essence, what I was missing when I was starting my business, I set out to create for other women because I I think at the time, the only organization we had in Raleigh, North Carolina was the Small Business Association. And even like trying to find a loan for my first company, you know, I put it on a Discover credit card because they were like not really helping me at what I needed. And then starting that, making every mistake, putting the wrong advertisements in, you know, not knowing how to ask for the money. So you do the service and like even that uncomfortableness, like you owe me money, like all those little things. So what we do beyond just the local workshops that we do in the events, we also have online classes, and it's all geared towards what our members want. So
that's
even like
a huge one, the money aspect.
Oh my
women
gosh.
We just give it all away. Well, they'll pay when they're ready to pay, but
right.
What would your advice be? Because there's a lot of women that say, you know what, I'm not worthy. I shouldn't ask for the $3,000 that the man next to me just asked for. I'll ask for $30. What would your advice be?
So your value and your worth is really important for you to embrace. And I think women have a really hard time with acknowledging their worth and then asking for it. And they feel, you'll even see women that will say, I will do those flowers for you, but you know what, you don't have to pay me. They'll add that in because they don't understand that it's okay, that energetic exchange of product and service and value is fundamental in business. And so when we talk more about it, our approach is we talk more about it over and over again so it becomes normal. Because most women have never seen another woman be like, so that's going to be $75 and hold it steady.
And it's the law of reciprocity, which
Yes.
is just one of those universal laws like gravity. And you know, you ask for what you are worth, but you also are willing to compensate others for what they are worth as well.
That's right. And it's funny because a year ago, I think it was, when we did Sizzle, we had the meeting with about 6 interns in the next room. And the first question asked was, how much would you charge? What are you worth? And the funny thing is, if you don't think you're worth it, then how in the world are you going to ask for it? Now, we've done thousands of interviews, okay, over the years. We've been doing it 3 years, and there's a lot of energy that comes into this place. And the thing that right now I'm embracing is that you have a different aura about everybody in this room. And I think you should, and you will win to be mayor or something even bigger. Because I think that in your business, women are going to look up to you because what you've done is remarkable. And again, I just learned about FemCity. I think it's the neatest thing I've ever seen in my life. And I'm a guy. Because I like to see, you know, I have a sister and I work with Dawn. I have other women in my life. And I want women to rise. Right. And, you know, I think that the world's so messed up because of guys. I'm sorry, it's just my belief. You give the women a chance to fix it. But I think you should run for mayor because it will change your delivery towards the women that you are helping. Because you use the words you want to make a difference.
Right.
It will be a bigger difference. Just saying, 2 cents. You don't have to listen.
How can people get more information for FemCity?
Well, you can visit femcity.com. We do have a 30-day trial. So if there's someone out there who doesn't know if they even want to launch a business or they're kind of tinkering, we do see that a lot. We just see a lot of women that have been in the corporate world for a long time, or perhaps they've been raising children and they're in their mid-40s or in their early 60s and they're thinking to themselves, I really want to make that jewelry line that I've always dreamed about, or make hats, or you know, whatever it is that they have always dreamed about. That we have the classes for them. We have the local support as well with beautiful women like Patty. And so we're trying to really be there for all women. With whatever we can give, we really try our hardest to do.
Patty, how can people find Boca Del Rey?
So on femcity.com, you can click locations at the top, and we're right down there, I think 3rd on the list, Boca Del Rey. Click on that. That will take you to our home webpage. We also have a local Facebook group, FemCity of Boca Del Rey.
And they also, FemCity joins us each Wednesday at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to spotlight some of their members. So stay tuned for Wednesday. I don't know who's coming on. It's probably in my email someplace, but you'll find out on Wednesday. Sometimes I text Patty. She goes, it was in a previous email. And I'm scrolling back through them and I find it. But every Wednesday, FemCity is joining us at the Brooklyn Cafe TV. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you stay. We're going to switch out our sets. We're going to continue International Women's Day with Reinventing Yourself. We've got the ladies in the house talking about matters of the mind, and of course Leslie Carmen on Freddie's rebirth of his 2-year anniversary.
Stop doing that.
Not gonna happen.
Stop doing it. Talk about Barbie.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Forget Barbie.
Yay!
Thank you. I'm sorry.
Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe. You know, all decisions are made at a table, so find a table near you And you two could play along with the Brooklyn Cafe TV.
We should make a game. So they get to come into our world, they come into our house. We always have an open door, a cup of coffee, a book nook, a shot of vodka, which I could probably use right about now.
WNN 1470 AM. See you there.
Talk 1470 is WWNN Pompano Beach and 95.3 FM W237BD Boca Raton, the Health and Wealth Radio Network.
If you suffer with diabetes, there's a 25% chance that you'll develop a foot ulcer that can lead to severe health consequences, including amputation. At the Sole Authority, at little or no cost, you can receive your very own therapeutic shoes and custom inserts. Medicare recipients are entitled to 1 pair of quality diabetic shoes and 3 custom inserts. Call the Sole Authority today, 954-597-7060.
Have you tried investing in the stock market and haven't done very well? Come into Online Trading Academy. Have your investments lost money and you're frustrated because the only thing your broker says is write it out? Hop in the car and get to Online Trading Academy. Pro investors show you how money is made in up, down, and sideways markets. You'll see the best way to pick stocks, options, futures, and Forex using a patented rules-based strategy taught only at Online Trading Academy. How to find the right investments, how to time the market, how to protect money from risk. For over 20 years, thousands have learned how to invest from home at Online Trading Academy. Come in and see what this school's all about at a free half-day class. They're all over Miami-Dade, Broward, Palm Beach, Stewart, and Port St. Lucie. Seating is limited, so call Online Trading Academy now to win a pair of tickets. 954-668-2510. 954-668-2510. 954-668-2510.
Now you can get Talk 1470 WNN on 95.3 FM too. Loud and clear, Health and Wealth Radio, WNN.
If a tree falls in the woods and no one is around to hear it, does it make a sound? Have you ever felt that your voice goes unheard? And you think that you can make a difference if only someone would just listen? It's time for women in business to have a place to step into your power, a platform to embrace your hopes, dreams, and your visions, a voice to heal and restore. Your voice can make a difference. We have the platform to share your story and let your voice be heard. Be kind to yourself. Give yourself the chance to be heard and shine bright. Contact New Dawn Media by texting CAFE to 80800. That's CAFE to 80800.
Cruise Planners, an American Express travel representative, has a tremendous reputation for quality, service, and very competitive pricing for all of your travel needs. As a Cruise Planners travel advisor, Paul Vadiano will help you discover exciting adventures around the world, from cruises to land tours and completely packaged vacations. Paul specializes in all types of travel and will create an unforgettable vacation, wedding, or event just for you. Find Paul at www.cruiseoptics.com, on Facebook, or by phone at 561-232-2626. We make your travel dreams come true.
It's lunchtime, and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from Studio A in the heart of Delray Gallery, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, a movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, Call in toll free at 888-565-1470 right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
Yeah, welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe Part 2.
Hello.
You turned this off, buddy. Hey, and we're back. I'm sorry about that, Joe. Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe. To all our friends in South Florida, LA, San Francisco. All of you people watching the first part, I'll repeat myself.
Repeat it again.
Because hashtag rewind does not work. He hit the wrong button. He hit the one on the bottom. Joe, you all good? You're answering phones today at 888-565-1470. Joe's all good?
888-565-1470.
How can you say
888? Because that's how you talk.
I'm going to tell you something. You messed with me today. You know, I got the doctors in the house.
I got all the women in the house. It's International Women's Day.
I want you to... No, it's Barbie's birthday. It is Barbie's birthday today. Did you know that?
Barbie is 60 apparently.
Who's Barbie? 60.
Oh, yeah.
Who's Barbie?
Oh,
Barbie. Did she just say who's Barbie? Seriously?
Who's Barbie?
Who's Barbie?
Is it Ken's birthday too?
Have a Barbie?
No.
Didn't you have a Barbie?
Is it Ken's birthday
No,
too?
she divorced Ken, left him on the
side
of the road.
Kung Fu Ken with a Kung Fu grip.
That's G.I. Joe.
Oh, G.I. Joe, Kung Fu Ken.
I'm going to invent divorced Barbie.
Barbie's probably divorced by now.
Why not? You know.
She's probably a grandma at 60.
But today's question, if you call in 888-565-1470 and you answer this question, you will get a bag of coffee from the Brooklyn Cafe. What are the names of the parents of Barbie? How do you like me now?
Patty's laughing because we talked about that on the first hour.
Whoever saw Barbie's parents?
Has anyone ever seen Barbie's
That's
parents?
right. And if
Just
you have,
wondering.
you send us a picture, I'll give you 2 bags of coffee. You know, this all happened because you weren't here. I just want you to know.
I was thinking, like, how did I miss Barbie's parents? Like, I should know that.
Mr. and Mrs. Mattel. Because Violet was finding all the 1440s between Coral Gables and the heart of Delray. There are 3 apparently, so just make sure when you come visit, you put in Delray Beach.
Oh, is that what she meant? There were 3 1440s?
Yes.
If you don't
She
put
found
in...
them all.
And how is the what is the mattress? How's the mattress? Did you go to the mattress place?
I don't know. The first
You saw the mattress place.
I did see
That's the one in Pompano, I think.
No.
We used to send people down to the mattress place on purpose to see if they would call us. Says this is the wrong place.
Because there's a 1440 in Pompano, which is off of Atlantic. Sounds similar, right? It just doesn't happen to be the right place.
Atlantic and Boca.
No, in Pompano.
Atlantic and Pompano sound similar. Like I said, I'm glad you ladies are in the house. But anyway,
welcome
welcome.
to International Women's Day Friday at the Brooklyn Cafe TV. And yes, give Joe a call at 888-565-1470. You can find us on 95.3 FM, 1470 AM, all over social media, Twitch, Periscope. The Gazette is out. We are talking about reinventing yourself. Our first hour, we had Fem City on, and we are so fortunate that Fem City Boca del Rey has partnered with the Brooklyn Cafe TV, and we get to feature some of their Spotlight members every Wednesday at the cafe, and we've had some amazing women come forward. Each group of women that Patty brings together, and you bring them together in clusters so they embrace each other, right? You just don't pick different. You really do a great job with that.
I do try to make sure we have complementary businesses featured on an individual show. I think that's going to foster more effective conversations and questions. But at the same time, we are an extremely diverse organization with women in every industry, walk of life, business that, you know, an age demographic that you could imagine. So, you know, whenever any of our femmes come on, they're all women supporting each other in business at the end of the day.
Well, the funny thing is, you brought in the head chinchillada.
The founder of Fem City,
there ain't
Violet,
no bigger.
is with you.
That's right. The future mayor.
I adore Patty. So if Patty tells me you have to be in Orlando tomorrow at 12, I'm like, okay, Patty, I'll be there. Like,
really?
I really try to do whatever. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, she's an amazing human.
But think how remarkable that is, that you're so approachable as the founder of this international organization of women, that you're approachable enough that Patty asked you to come, and here you are with us at the Brooklyn Cafe on International Women's Day. You have how many chapters around the world?
I'm going to say 120 because I should count.
I just saw 4 more pop up.
So Freddie says 125, but think about that, how remarkable it is that you're that approachable as a woman in business. You've created this enormous group for women to grow their business, to support each other, to embrace each other worldwide, and here you sit with us on International Women's Day. what a credit to you, Patty, that is. So thank you for honoring us, ladies, with joining us today. And driving from Coral Gables through 31440s up to Delray Beach. So thank you.
That's funny.
Don't you think that that's...
Get closer to the mic. Get closer.
Don't you think that that's one of the most important things as women, that we must support one another? Very often we're pitted against one another in business and in, political world. So to support one another is really, really,
Unique.
one of our missions.
It's different?
As women.
It's different, you think?
Well, we should, because you know
It's
what? There's
what?
so
Different?
much.
Different.
Sorry, in the world that I know of, and you all tell me wrong, women don't always support each other. And growing up as girls in society,
that's right,
we don't
that's
always
right.
support each other. And what happens on social media and all this bullying, a lot of times girls do it to each other. So here we are on the antithesis of what it is, and we should be here supporting each other, because you know what? There's enough room for us all to be great and all to step into our power.
I am so excited to hear about Fem City. I've never heard.
No, like, okay, we'll get to our segment. Can you talk more about Fem City?
I mean, because
I want to mention something really quick, what you said, because that's a huge, that hits a string, or it just touches me so much, because I was talking to some friends the other day about why girls are like that, why women are like that. I don't watch TV for that reason alone, because every time I watch TV, it's always some woman stealing some man from another woman, or anyway, I started thinking about Disney and cartoons, and I couldn't think of a Disney movie that had two girls that were friends.
That's
so you have
right.
sisters, and you have friends that are a boy and a girl, or you have two friends that are boy and boy, but you don't ever find, even in a Disney movie, where two girls are friends.
But do you know that was his message, Walt Disney?
With the women can't
With
be
the
friends?
women, yes. If you think about you guys are looking like I'm crazy, but it was a message sent by Walt Disney that women do not relate with women, and that was he couldn't say that because he would have been chastised, but he was sending a message, and that was part of the makings of the famous Walt Disney movie.
And also, I think that message, and I agree with you. I mean, I don't think it's only Walt Disney. I think that there are, many other men and women in society that don't think that women can really support one another and get along.
Well,
but, that's one of the things that comes up in a lot of what we do, Jill and I do, and especially in our women's group, which is, the adequacy issue that we feel or don't feel, because we're always comparing ourselves to one another.
Yeah, who are you?
Okay. Who are we?
Thank you so much, Viola, for joining us.
Thank you, Viola.
Thank you.
We have Eileen Lemelman and Jill Schwartzberg from the Center for Authentic Living joining us. We're talking about reinventing yourself as a woman, whichever way it is, whether you are a career woman and then you have children, maybe not in your 20s, but you've established your career, or a woman who has raised their kids or doesn't have kids, but you're just looking for a change in life, a change in career, and where do you go? And of course, we've got Leslie Carmen from Carmen Care. Amazing. Thank you so much, Leslie, for joining us.
Thank you.
And she's
ladies
a
from Matters of the Mind.
successful woman in business.
Successful
here.
women in business.
Totally changed everything.
And
yeah.
reinventing yourself, you've changed it. Changed your business and everything you did.
Everything. You changed everything.
Because
Your business,
because
you,
you're so hair.
everything. I'm always saying, who is that? I mean, you've changed everything.
And not only is today Barbie's birthday, but today is Freddie's 2-year rebirth.
Anyway, moving on.
And big thanks to Leslie and the team
Yes.
of all of your health professionals, which is why I bring it up, because Leslie's with us, and Leslie has been a huge part of your healing.
Yes, and Leslie, we are also I'm using the mat, which
Good.
you've signed up
Fabulous.
with
Yes.
which now I am excited about going from using this mat, and we'll get into this stuff as we go on, and going to see you. Leslie has been working on my neuropathy in my legs that we now have gotten the attention of my FAU doctors, because everybody's saying, well, what the hell's going on?
Right.
So my story is I had a very high A1C. It is now below the diabetic threshold, so hopefully I will be off insulin if I get to the doctor sometime this month. All right, so can we leave that behind now?
Yes, we can leave that behind for
No
now.
more. Moving on.
We'll move on.
You got so many exciting women in here.
We've got so many exciting women, but you know what? We wouldn't be here if you weren't here, so.
That isn't true. That is
saying.
No, it is.
It is
Absolutely, 100%.
absolutely not true.
Because we work as a team.
And I wanted to say that a lot of men don't play nice in the sandbox with men. Men are very competitive, but they think they're supposed to be. There is the difference. Women, when you guys compete with one another, everybody will label it as, oh, look, and the noises, and oh, catfighting the whole night. With guys, it's supposed to be expected for you to be competitors against one another. I think it's the delivery.
But you
and
know
the
what's
language.
interesting you say that? It's the delivery. Because when I started working with you and your partner, right, 2 men and me, it was kind of like, all right, what is you going to do?
I didn't get along with him.
A woman says to me at dinner that night, she says, you need to bring your pair of, you know what, put it on the table and make yourself known.
Pair of what? You had a pair of what?
I don't have a pair. I'm just saying, and she said, then you got to get a pair. I didn't say it, but this is what I was
I'm
told
gonna go
by
sit over
another
there.
woman
You're kind
in
of scaring
business.
me.
And I thought, that's not me. That's not what I do. That's not my approach. And I thought, if this is what it's going to be like as a woman in business, maybe this isn't cut out for me. Unfortunately, your partner and you are quite different.
I didn't get along with my partner.
That too. But
I ended that
this is what
relationship.
another woman told me. To be in business, I needed to act like a man. But that wasn't me. So you talk about reinventing yourself. I had been out of the traditional workforce for a long time.
Yeah, but that doesn't make any sense. You don't act like a man.
But
you act
things
like
don't.
yourself.
But sometimes women don't always give the best advice because it's not you. I think the bottom line is you have to be who you are, right? You have to authentically be yourself as a woman in business and not like somebody else.
Absolutely.
And I think that it comes a little bit different. You got healers. A healer, your game, your calling to the game is a whole lot different. Man, woman, or child, because you're healing. So the end game here is you're making people feel better. In your office, I spoke to a guy who drove in from I don't know where, North Carolina or something, just to see you and to be treated by you. And he stayed here until he finished, and then he went back because he had migraines or something.
Right.
I don't remember one instance of him telling me she's not a guy.
You know, it's actually interesting. In the medical field, we have a lot of patients that come and they're actually happy that we're not guys because you bring that motherly love into the whole thing. And I think that's really important. It's kind of lost today a little bit. They're really caring and loving for each other, because I really believe that love is the first instance of healing, even for yourself. If you love yourself, you're going to go to the doctor, you're going to go to get therapy and heal yourself. And it's very interesting. That's where the placebo comes in. You know how you have a toothache, you go to the dentist and you're like, oh, it's funny. Like every time I go to the dentist, I don't feel the pain anymore. And that's really your self-healing. You're already loving yourself enough to take care of something, and already you're starting to heal. And
That's just fear of going to the dentist.
Right,
man.
that is
You have
true.
to get over it. Pain
Of
evaporates.
what Jill and Eileen talk about and what you do in your women's group and self-love. So tell everyone a little bit about the Center for Authentic Living and what you ladies do.
So, okay.
They usually talk at the same time.
We often do that.
So
In
we're
unison.
holistic mental health practitioners. I'm a licensed clinical social worker, and Jill is
licensed psychologist.
a psychologist. And, you know, we have this Center for Authentic Living, and one of the groups that we do run is a women's group. And we're really about empowering women and encouraging women to help one another. Self-love, identifying the stressors in life, and really encouraging them to take the steps that they need in order to really be loving, caring, and authentically themselves.
And self-compassion.
And we talked
Really,
Monday when you
compassion's
guys
a
were
big-
here, and you put this commercial together because they are one of our new sponsors, and Carmen Care has been a
wonderful.
sponsor with us for well over a year. About reinventing yourself as a woman, you told me that your daughter is having a child, right? And she works, so it's going to be a shift for her. And then you talk about women who have raised their kids and are now getting back into the workplace. When women come to you and they say, oh my gosh, I need to change, what am I going to do, reinvent myself, what are some of the skills that they can go with?
I think the first thing is to get women to get in touch with themselves. You know, you're talking about reinventing, but there's also inventing. You know, lots
And
of women,
acknowledging.
lots of
True.
women had children young, and you know, then their children grow up and they're young in their 40s and they want to do something, and they've never really done something out there in the work world. So it's about inventing themselves to begin with, besides being a mom, you know, and a wife.
So does that go to mindset? Because I talked to Patty about that, and I said sometimes you want to dip your toe in with something with MLM or a structured business.
Right.
I tried working for someone, and then I met Freddie, and he said, I'm going to get you fired. Come work with me. True story?
True story.
The worst job I ever had in my life.
And did I get you fired?
You got me fired.
Yeah.
And I resigned. But I thought working for someone actually be so much better than working for myself, because I would go in, I would make my money, and I would leave.
And now you regret that move, don't you?
No,
Don't you?
best move I ever made. But truly, it was working there was the worst thing I ever did.
But you learned from that experience. You know,
Right,
sometimes
we
we
talked
have to
about
do things and we learn from that experience and then we take the next step. So a lot of people don't have the confidence to begin with to start their own business. They're scared. You know, women are intimidated.
They shouldn't be. You know how many jobs I've had? Last count was 5,493. Because I could not work for somebody. I tried, and I'm a guy, and I tried. And I saw how they treated my coworkers, women included, especially women. I couldn't do it. I would say, you know what? If you're going to treat them this way, I can only imagine when the sand hits the fan, how
This
you
is
going
a
to treat
women-owned
me.
business that I worked for,
Yeah.
and she was the worst. Sorry, but it was really bad.
You know, she's actually watching.
She probably is.
She's
but
going to throw
I'm not
darts
going to
at
say
you.
what it is.
Why don't you tell us how you really feel?
It was so bad because sometimes people, they talk the talk, but they don't walk the walk. And as a woman in business, and if you're going to promote love and healing, it would be like going to Carmen Care and Leslie say one thing and you get there and her staff preaches totally opposite. And you're not. You're authentically who you are. And Lee and Heather, the most caring, compassionate providers. You ladies as well, Jill and Eileen, and what you do for Fem City. Everyone who comes through our doors raves about all of you women.
Well,
Over and over again.
now we will explain Fem City. Because I was introduced to Fem City a month ago as a guy. I didn't know who they were, what they did. And they have been bringing in people under her leadership. And today she brought the owner of the entire...
Founder of all of Fem
Of
City.
all of it. Amazing lady. I'm really serious. If she runs for mayor, she will win. She has that kind of energy going
She's a
for
great
her.
aura. Great.
Tremendous.
Yes,
I
really
mean,
wonderful.
I couldn't breathe here for a second.
But we're going to go to commercial break first.
You know, not for
And
nothing.
then we're going to come back
How do
and
you
talk
do
about
that?
Fem City. I watched the clock. Give us a call. 888-565-1470. It's very large because I'm aging as we sit here. We'll be right back.
At Carmen Care Advanced Laser Therapy, our professional team specializes in finding the best alternative laser therapy treatments for your painful conditions. Do you suffer with chronic pain, a post-traumatic injury, or simply looking for the benefits of cell rejuvenation to the skin? Schedule a consultation today to understand how photobiomodulation can help reduce your symptoms, reduce or even eliminate pain. Give us a call today, 561-405-9577. We focus on treating you who has a disease, not a disease that defines who you are. Contact Carmen Care Laser Therapy today, 561-405-9577 or CarmenCareLaser.com.
vCard Global is the world's smartest business card that virtually allows a person or business to digitally share all of their information. With a vCard, sharing information is one simple click away. No need to open emails, websites, or social media. Updating information is easy and instant. vCard Global is the ultimate marketing tool, transforming the way we connect, communicate, and collaborate to grow your business. Text JENNG to 80800. Revolutionize your business card. For information, contact Jennifer. Text JENNG to 80800 for your free digital business card today.
Sexy, seductive, and beautiful. Looking for a professional and talented photographer? Danielle Boujon specializes in capturing flirtatious and tasteful images for yourself or your partner. Located in South Florida, Danielle really knows how to bring out your inner beauty on a shoot. Visit her website at www.daniellebuljan.com or call her at 561-305-2241 to capture your most desirable moments.
Thank you for watching the Brooklyn Cafe, where every day is a new adventure. If you'd like to join Dawn and Freddie S. at the cafe, give them a call at 888-565-1470 toll-free. Come on in for a cup of coffee or call to share a thought for the day and get all the information you need to help your business grow. Don't forget, sharing is caring, and to like this video. Let's reopen the cafe doors now. Back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Oh, well, wait, that was not a good one.
You need more pounds. That was
How about you need a vegan bell? Actually, a vegan bell, please.
Every time I say I need another bell, this one's, oh, get a chicken. What the hell's with the chicken?
Chicken.
I'm going to squeeze Dylan.
We need a vegan bell, Ashley.
What's a vegan bell?
I want to take like your CBD bottle
What's a
and,
vegan
and make a bell out of it. What's a vegan bell? I don't know, but it can't be a chicken and it can't be a cow bell. It's got to be a vegan bell.
Anyway,
Get it?
we're going to move on because obviously you need some help. Okay.
You wanted to talk to
right
Patty
place.
about FemCity. Give us a call, 888-565-1470. We have an incredible panel talking about reinventing yourself. It is International Women's Day, or as Jill says, inventing yourself. I say stepping into your power, because so many people come on our set and they say, as women, we've given away our power. I don't think we said, please take my power. I think we just haven't stepped into our purpose and realized it. So we just haven't stepped into our power or invented ourselves.
So what does FemCity do?
So FemCity is an international organization that supports women in business. We have, as Violet said, about 120 or so chapters or cities throughout the US and Canada. And we have online support materials, classes. We have local groups like FemCity Boca del Rey here in this area, where we offer local events that you can go and connect in person. And it's just truly an amazing group of women lifting each other up in positivity and supporting their businesses.
I am so excited about this, seriously, because you know, our practice, we work with so many women that are searching and, you know, really are ready to do something. They've stepped into themselves and they're ready to come out and do something big, or finding themselves, you know, in business. So this is a great resource.
And you are the front lines to people, because somewhere, fear has to start somewhere, correct? So they come to you, and I can see you guys working together, because you're going to be able to recommend. This organization has been tremendous. I mean, some of the women that have come through here, it's just been phenomenal. But you guys are in the front line, and here comes an opportunity to give choice, right? Because there's always choice. Which works exactly on what you do, and it's a compliment. You know, hats off. You guys are doing a fantastic job, and I love it, because all of a sudden there's another back door here where you can help others, which is the job you guys do.
Yeah, the big thing about the Center for Authentic Living, or us, is that we love resources. We love to give our clients phone numbers for medical people, professional, you know, places, businesses. So the more resources, the better.
And you do group settings too, right?
So one of the things about, you know, being a holistic mental health practitioner is that obviously our main thing is talk therapy, but we want to really be able to offer our patients, our clients, as many resources and tools so they can empower themselves and they can enter into, you know, the workplace, the community, families, whatever they need in order to feel whole, authentic, empowered, and truly be themselves wherever they are.
Well, it's an amazing message that you offer, because you think of women or people that go for therapy because they've got anxiety or depression, or they're stressed out, or they're getting divorced, or children's therapy. You don't often say people going for therapy or for help because they want to get back into the workforce. They don't know what to do next. They just need help. Because often, I think as women, we try to figure it out ourselves, because we should be able to do everything ourselves. And we don't ask for help where we can actually get help. So it's remarkable that as a holistic center, you do more than anxiety and depression. Certainly you do that as well, but you help women step into their power, find what they're looking to do, and you give them the tools to be who they are truly meant to be.
You know, a lot of women enter the workforce not because they necessarily want to always. Sometimes it's a financial reason. Sometimes they haven't been in the workforce because they've been caring for sick people. There's a death in the family. There's a divorce. And then they're really, really forced, or they're allowed. They're given the freedom to then enter into the work world. And, you know, it's scary. It's scary if you haven't been there for a while. And, you know, and the workplace now is so different than it was, let's say, 20 years ago or 30 years ago when I was, you know, leaving college. It's very different. And so we want to help them with all the resources possible and give them the tools. I always say, we want to create a toolbox for women.
What are some of the tools? What are some of the tools?
Well, of course, building one's self-esteem, self-worth, self-confidence, feeling worthy that they can be a vital part of any kind of, you know, job, business that they decide to create or you know, apply for.
So when you're forced, it's a different anxiety than having choice to pick and choose that you want to go back into the workforce.
I would think there's probably some resentment in it because I had this life, and now whatever it is, whether you're divorced or you were caring for a parent, the resentment of now I have to do something I don't really want to do. How you're shaking your head.
Well, yeah. No, you just, sometimes your choice or your power is taken away from you, whether that's forcing you into the workforce or pulling you out if you've been happy, you know, in a career, and you do find you have to make changes again to maybe care for an elderly parent, or maybe you move because of a spouse job change. And so who's making that decision on, well, whose job is who is more important, if you will? And you can have that resentment, and that all builds up and combines with the fear, and it's hard to move forward when you have that blocking you.
You know, I wanted to bring up, because you have this elite thing about walking in your shoes, and sometimes people say, well, you know, you really haven't walked in my shoes. And a woman who's been divorced or getting divorced, or her husband dies, or whoever dies, it really doesn't matter, and now they're forced to make decisions, forced to have to pay the bills, forced to juggle all of this stuff, and you get to feel a little lonely. You know, you get to get down on yourself a little bit. And I know guys do it, but a guy.
I was just going to ask you, because I know as a woman how we feel, right? Listen, my husband, everyone knows I've been through a lot. My father's been in the hospital. My husband tore his Achilles, so a lot has landed on me. Even just taking out the garbage. I mean, the little things that I used to have some help with, he's on one leg. He can't take out the garbage. He can't take out the recycling. He cannot get on a ladder and change the light bulbs. Things that need to be done. It's not resentful. It's just like, oh my gosh, there's just more to do.
It's overwhelming.
You know, your husband travels a lot, Patty. You have a house to run.
My husband lives overseas right now, and that was an adjustment. We had a partnership. And I had also been a stay-at-home mom for decades, raising our family by choice. And now all of a sudden, our partnership, even though we are still married and a loving couple, but we are separated by oceans and hemispheres. And so, like you said, little things like always making sure the trash gets out and the light bulbs change. That now has all fallen on me.
Even military families. Think about the military, right? And then you try to come back into society, and you can't. Then you go back into the military, and it could be the female going away. Sometimes the guy has to make the adjustment, but it's all of this stuff that's going on in our societies now. And again, you guys are on the front line. Unfortunately or fortunately, I know the two of you personally. You guys do really, really great stuff. And now you are able to work them through this, correct? Is that what Authentic Centers do?
Yes. Well, I want to say two things. First, I want to get back to what you had said about the toolbox and address what you're talking about. Is, you know, to bring people into themselves, to get in touch with themselves. There's different ways of doing that. And so we're talking about authentic self, right? How do you know what your authentic self is? right? How do you know, some people have a sense of urgency. They have to go to work. They just take a job, but it's not really them. It's not really what they like. It's not really, it doesn't excite them. It's not their passion. So how do you get people in touch with themselves? So we do a bunch of things besides the individual therapy. We do meditation with acupuncture, which is bringing you into yourself. Yoga is a great thing to do to bring you into yourself. We also do something called process painting, where you get in touch with yourself and you express it with paints, which is such a wonderful process of getting in touch with your feelings and getting in touch with your authentic self. It's wonderful.
You know what else is interesting, and Jill, you and Leslie have similar stories. Things in your life that have happened have led you to the business that you're in. Mm-hmm. And you and I talk about, you know, you always say take a giant eraser and erase your past. We can't always erase our past because our past leads us on the journey to where we are right now.
That's right.
Yeah,
I want to ask you, you know, before you had Carmen Care, what did you do?
I was actually in the music business, and I was traveling Europe and performing with my ex-husband, and it was really a completely different life, completely different. And then when Lee got sick, that was what led me to open up the clinic and go that route. And you know, sometimes you think something happens, terrible happens, and at that moment you maybe don't see the light. It was horrible. Lee had this disease that was called the suicide disease. I didn't know what was going to happen. The more you surf, the more you see there's, you know, people, there's just no cure, no help. So you either take this step back and you say, okay, there's nothing I can do, or you just say, you know what, let me see, let me make this maybe my life purpose. So when she did get better, there was no way that I could just go back to my regular business. I actually took that and said, you know, this is maybe my purpose. This is maybe why I'm here. And this is why Lee had to suffer, so that I actually learn this. And I went along and said, you know what, I'm going to make this my life purpose. And it has changed because I lost my marriage over it, unfortunately, because it just became me. And I told my husband at the time, I said, you know I'm not home anymore, and I'm not cooking. I mean, I used to iron socks. That's the kind of housewife I was, right? Made homemade spaghetti and homemade bread.
You used to iron socks?
Yes, that's how insane I was.
Wow.
As a housewife, you know, everything was neat and clean, and yeah, it was like insane. Going from that to, okay, I'm done, I'm doing business, I'm never home anymore, I'm not cooking anymore. When I'd come home, I'd be texting, you know, patients at 11 o'clock at night who are in pain. And I said, I can't, he said, like, can't you just not come home at, you know, at 8, 9 o'clock, and when you're home, be home? And it became bigger than myself. I said, look, I'm sorry, this is not about us. This is about a passion, a new door that opened. I cannot not work. And that's just what happened.
But you're a worker, though.
Yeah, now I'm a worker 7 days a week, but
you're
I love
a healer.
it.
It's more than working.
No,
it's more than,
it.
you know, pushing buttons and doing, you know, arithmetic. You are a healer. You heal people, and the need for what people need from you. And we talk about this all the time, how you don't take in all of these energies, because you work with people in pain, not just like, oh, you know, I want to lose a little bit of weight, and they're doing the belly shape. These people are in pain. I mean, Lee had this pain called suicide disease because people with this kind of pain, they want to commit suicide because they don't know another way.
No. And I have so many trigeminal neuralgia patients that now come to me and are better. And one girl that came last year came to us in a wheelchair from England, and their parents are so happy that they're flying her, and they want me to see her walk in through the door because now she's so much better. So how can I not do that forever, you know? So it just, I hope that everybody finds that passion. I feel myself extremely blessed that I found that passion, you know? So for me, it's easy because that's just what I do. So there's a passion in everybody. I think sometimes we just have to take a catastrophe, which that was, and make it into your purpose.
You know, you bring up something really, really important that I was just thinking about, which is, you know, as therapists, it's a very, very alone kind of work. Even though we work with a lot of people, each person we work with is one-on-one alone. And very often we forget that there's a whole community of healers and people and women that can really, really support us and help us and work with us. So I'm like Jill, I'm very excited today about it.
Well, let me add a footnote here. The reference to the eraser was because we were talking to somebody who all she did was talk about her life in the past.
Yeah.
And the reason that I even brought that up is because if I can cut that in half, that leaves a little bit more room to discuss about the future. So that's just a footnote because that's what happened. The other thing is I want to flip the script here, because my main concern, I know that you women are established, you have families, you've done your thing. My main concern is that one. My main concern, not
In
them
the
too much,
closet.
are those two over there. I'll worry about
mean
them
the
next.
younger generation.
The younger ladies
Yes.
coming up, because my main concern is when they see parents doing what's going on, the side hustle and everything else, and they get lost in the juice a little bit, or they think they have. My main concern is to let them understand that FemCity will work for you, and that these ladies can help you, and there is pain, because the opioid crisis is out of control because of pain, and because we're not looking in the right places to get answers. That's my concern. So I want to flip the script on the younger generation to let them know it's okay to come in and have a session, yeah?
I'm so glad you said that. We do work with many women, girls, women, 20s, teens. I mean, I worked with kids for 15 years, and solely kids from 5 to 15. That was my specialty. But in the practice now, in the center, we work with women in their 20s. I work with a lot of college students, and it's, same thing. It's empowering them, building confidence, self-compassion, self-love, working on those insecurities about, getting out there in the world and being okay.
And one of the best predictors of success is being able to ask for help.
Yes.
Being able to really ask for help and learn, and really finding out where you can get help. That's the predictor for success.
Now, if you see someone needs help, or where's our hearts? If you see someone who needs help and you know it, and they won't come forward, Now, I'm asking the ladies because I know this is what you do for a living. It's a little bit different than for us because you have the eye. How do you approach that? How do you get them to say it's going to be okay? Do you approach them? Do you still wait till them to ask for help? How does that work?
Well, in terms of the work we do, we have to wait for somebody who's committed, motivated, and willing to take that risk to ask for help.
Okay.
It's not so easy sometimes.
No, it's very hard.
It's very scary to ask for help and to make that first phone call. So, but hopefully shows like this, and hopefully education, and hopefully being in the community and really sharing resources will encourage people to come and ask for help. There's such a taboo still, and there's such a, what's the word I'm looking for?
Stigma.
Stigma. That's the word.
That's a good word.
That's a good word. A stigma for, people who are suffering and want to get some help. So,
Let's give out your phone number.
Yes.
Yeah, it's 561-265-5738.
And you can find it at the Center for Authentic Living.
And I want to give out the number over here.
561-405-9577.
Say it again slowly.
561-405-9577.
And phone number over here for FemCity.
FemCity 678-592-3097.
And you can go to femcity.com and look for the Boca del Rey chapter where Patty is the president.
I see people writing in. I want to talk to you, but I don't know who they want to
We
direct
also have a website, www.centerforouthenticliving.com.
And Lisa Stark, I know you wrote in, you want to talk to us. We don't know who you want to talk to, so give us a call. 888, give us a call. 888-565-1470. We miss you, and I really miss your shoes, by the way. We'll be right back.
The New York.
Let's all welcome a new sponsor to the show. It's AMP2 TV, the first and only internet production company that's truly plugged in. When you're looking for a full-service internet TV radio production company, discover AMP2 TV, a full-service production company that can provide all streaming videos in studio or remotely. They offer web page development, and they use all the latest platforms to help make all your business selling points more powerful. They can do remotes or live radio streaming as well as tape productions for social media platforms and television. AMP2 TV can handle all of your television needs, including closed caption for a perfect on-air telecast. Choose from a variety of creative TV and radio packages or visit one of their many studios to get your creative juices flowing. Come and see why AMP2 TV works with many major companies, including Comcast, Bravo, and Fox 29, as well as individuals and businesses of all types and sizes. To see samples of their work or to find out more, visit their website at amp2.tv. That's AMP, the number 2.tv, or call them at 866-224-5422. Feel free to call for a quote or just a consult of how to put your business on a social media platform or radio platform, or just doing a show that is covered by all platforms. Call 866-224-5422 and make an appointment. That's 866-224-5422.
Do you want to enhance your love life with flowers? Rejuvenate love, life, health with flowers from Blossom Moments? Weekly deliveries to your home, your business, hospital, or even senior centers. Give us a call at 561-951-6343. Blossom Moments could also coordinate your wedding or event. Contact Blossom Moments at bmgevents.net. For all of your floral event needs, large or small, call Blossom Moments. 561-951-6343. And we look forward to hearing from you.
Hi there, I'm Eileen Lemmelman, licensed clinical social worker at the Center for Authentic Living.
And I am Dr. Jill Schwartzberg, licensed psychologist at the Center for Authentic Living.
We are holistic mental health practitioners providing a variety of treatment modalities to help you.
We offer individual therapy, couples therapy, family therapy, as well as numerous groups and workshops.
Don't forget to contact us at 561-265-5738.
Or visit us at www.centerforauthenticliving.com.
Don't forget to be mindful and breathe.
Thank you for watching the Brooklyn Cafe, where every day is a new adventure. If you'd like to join Dawn and Freddie S. at the cafe, give them a call at 888-565-1470 toll free. Come on in for a cup of coffee or call to share a thought for the day and get all the information you need to help your business grow. Don't forget, sharing is caring, and to like this video. Let's reopen the cafe doors now. Back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we back.
And we are back at
Back on the Schwarzenegger. I'll be back.
I'm going to put out an all call for a new bell for you.
Yes, and not a chicken.
No, we need a vegan bell. Ashley, what's like a vegan bell?
What the
It
hell's
needs
a
to be like
vegan
an
bell?
egg. It needs to be just like a
Get me a bell that goes moo.
A non-animal bell.
Oh,
Forget the cowbell.
cowbell.
No cowbell.
No,
We
not
need
that
We
cowbell.
need a vegan bell.
Chickpea bell.
A chickpea bell.
That's vegan.
I'm going to go on Amazon and see if we can find you like a pea bell.
Just wave some kale.
Well, wave some kale.
Yeah.
Maybe the silent bell.
I love that.
Wave some kale.
But you're absolutely right, Freddie. It's about getting to the younger generation because, and I always say as a mom, and I've changed my career and I'm doing something totally different. And I can sit here and I can talk the talk, but if I don't walk the walk, right? If I don't set the example for my kids, and sometimes there's adversity, right? But you got to keep going. Sometimes things don't always work the way you want them to, but you have to keep going. Then what, as parents, what examples are we setting? But on the flip side, there are those parents whose kids don't want to emulate their parents, right? So it's a double-edged sword there. I mean, there's two sides to every story.
Sure. You're bringing up a good point. It's really important for parents to encourage and support their children going into therapy. If your 20-year-old decides they don't need your permission to go to therapy, but they get messages from the house, from home, from their parents, whether it's okay or not okay, taboo. It's important for parents to give that message to their kids that if you need help, it's okay. You can get help.
And what's the difference? You both have your different degrees.
Yes.
When you're looking for a therapist between a clinical social worker and a psychologist, I know you told me there's different techniques and there's different ways that you embrace it, but what is someone looking for? They may not be in the Delray Boca area.
I don't know if it's different techniques. It's just a matter of the schooling and the training, but basically ultimately we do the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
But you go about it differently, though.
Well, our trainings are different. In school, like psychologists, we train to do evaluations as well as therapy. Social workers do not do evaluations. They're not trained to do psychological evaluations or any kind of evaluation other than psychosocials. So that's one of the main differences. Social work is also about a lot more about resources.
Yeah, but I
and
see
community.
I see it all the time. The two of you have similarities, but then the two of you come from left field and right field on the same. I mean, you end up at home plate, but it's different. The two of you have different. The way it ends up at the end, it may be the same, but the deliveries are different.
Well, I don't know if that's necessarily about the degree that we hold.
Not at all.
Well, people are looking for therapy and looking for help, and what you all do, and Leslie, you included, you're all healers, right? Because not only do you heal the body and you heal people in pain, and we were with someone today, pain can play games on your mind.
Oh, we have a lot of people who are in pain, physical pain in our practice.
24/7.
That's why I was speaking to her.
So you guys, it's how you can all collaborate together, because the physical pain, it causes the anxiety. The anxiety causes more pain, and one begets the next, and you don't even know where to even start sometimes. And you need this holistic approach, right? You have to look at all of it, and we've had this conversation, Leslie.
Yes, quite a few times. What we do also is address the psychological aspect of it in with the Psych-K, where we're really just doing a muscle testing. Yeah, it's really fabulous. And so you want to reprogram the cells, and that sounds very complex, but it's fairly easy by just repeating over and over, because the way you can say, I'm sick, I'm sick, I'm sick, I'm sick, and believe you're sick, you can also say, I'm healthy, I'm healthy, I'm healthy, and then kind of reprogram your belief system. And so I think that's a really important part, because we have a lot of patients that come to us and say, my doctors are saying it's in my head. Well, I think what their meaning is it's not in your head, obviously, right? I mean, you have the pain, but what happens is our cells get a memory. So it's like when you put on glasses or a hat, maybe you take the hat off at the end of the day, you kind of still feel the hat on sometimes when you've had something on so long, right? What's happened is your cells have actually stored that memory of your hat on. So imagine somebody in pain, not for a day, but for years, over and over and over. The cells store that memory of pain, and that needs to be addressed. And that's a really important aspect, which I think you're helping with the painting and the talking and the tools that you give. So,
yeah, you're talking about changing the negative tape that plays, and the kind of negative context that we or the belief system that we believe we're sick, so then it feeds into it.
It's a whole cognitive restructuring.
Yes.
Right.
It really
and also
is.
we talked about that once before too. It's the learned behavior. If your parents are always sick, your mom is whatever she does, she's sick, she's sick, she's sick, you kind of take that within your memory, and you think you have to be sick because that's all you've seen. So you need to retrain that a little bit as well.
Those are false belief systems.
Right.
We work with a lot of those.
Yes. And the model that we grow up with is so important. Both of you are really talking about that. The modeling that we view and we observe growing up, and also what we, what we give to our children is so important, because the model that we grew up with is what we internalize within ourselves.
Yeah, the first 6 years we actually learn through watching. And that's actually what we build our whole life on, what we're watching.
I want to address something that you said before that I think is really important to get out there. I think you were asking, how does one pick a therapist?
Correct.
How does one find a therapist? And I want to go back to that because that was not addressed. I think it's really important. So it's not necessarily about the degree. It's about, first you want to make sure that a professional can work with, let's say, the age group. Right, so if somebody have a specialty or training working with teens or kids or geriatric or whatever the developmental stage is. The other piece is, like any doctor, any therapist, when you go in, if you're not comfortable and it doesn't work for you, don't go back. Go find another one. You interview the therapist, just like the therapist will, check you out and see if it's a good match. You're not stuck with a therapist when you go the first time. If you're not comfortable, don't go back and look for somebody else. It's okay.
And as in all healthcare, right, you have HIPAA compliance. All of you do. So
that's right.
So no one's telling your parents, no one's telling your spouse. It is all within the realm of who you're working with, and it is one-on-one. Everything is HIPAA compliant. And private.
The evidence shows that what is most successful in a therapeutic relationship is actually that, the therapeutic relationship. So the chemistry is so important. Like in any relationship, you have to feel comfortable
and safe.
It's strange because among my Hispanic, I'm going to talk about mine background, that was never a choice. You never had that alternative. Latinos, machismo, I mean, you call it whatever you want to call it. That was never something that you can use to get out of whatever it is that's ailing you. You know.
I have Kara to talk to you guys.
All right, let's put her on.
Karen?
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Excellent. What you got cooking?
So I had a question for these wonderful ladies. So I am new to the field, and I have been working with the homeless population. And I have been struggling to find ways to empower the women within the women's shelters. And I was just curious if there was any thought.
Empower women in a women's
idea.
shelter. Can any of you help with that?
Yes.
Empower women in a women's shelter?
Well, resources is a big thing. So
Are
that's
you local?
I am in New York.
Okay.
So resources is a big thing. You have to have resources, which helps empower. Knowledge is power, right? Resources power. So the more resources you can provide to the women, that will help empower them. I mean, when we don't know where to turn or where to go or who to call, that contributes to a very helpless feeling. But the more resources you have, the more power you'll feel.
Let's give out your phone number before we run out of time.
Okay, 561-265-5738.
Your website is?
www.centerforauthenticliving.com.
And Leslie?
CarmenCareLaser.com, and the phone is 561-405-9577.
So we're talking about empowering women that are in shelters?
Homeless shelter.
In homeless shelters. And I think I would like to say, to add my 2 cents to this, it doesn't matter what your situation is, empowerment is inside you. And once you believe that, no matter where your surrounding is, you will overcome. But you have to begin with believing in yourself. And once you do that, you're going to see options around you. I think that's the message here. If you have those options.
Hope.
You got that's
hope.
right.
Hope.
That's right.
Yes, giving them a sense of hope to that person on the
And you each
telephone.
got your hope heart. Eileen, yours says?
Yeah, it says focus. Was I?
Jill?
Go slow.
Go slow.
Yeah, that makes a whole lot of sense, Joe.
Doesn't
Not
it?
for nothing.
We
Go
always
slow.
say,
I know.
we always
Just
say
saying.
the hearts choose you. Leslie and ladies, Eileen and Jill and Fem City and Violet. What a show we got to put together today.
Nice piece. Thank you for
Happy
calling in.
International Women's Day, everyone.
Thank
Kara, I hope
you.
that answered your questions. There's got to be resources all over your community. And, of course, you can always reach out to us at the Brooklyn Cafe TV, and we'll continue to share our resources.
That's right. And we'll call. And every time you call, we'll answer, and we will let you know what's going on, and we'll give you maybe a tip of the day or something.
Tip of the day. Have
Tip
a
of
great
the-
weekend, everyone. Be kind to each other. We will see you Monday, same time, same place.
And don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Pure Wave. Supercharge your cells. Energize your body with Pure Wave therapy. Internationally patented, Pure Wave technology helps eliminate radiation from modern electronic devices which can cause chronic disease. Pure Wave technology strengthens the immune system and metabolism while activating hormone production. PureWaveNow.com, 561-965-7777. Are you ready for improved cell regeneration, less discomfort, a longer, healthier, vital life? Contact PureWaveNow.com for your consultation. Non-invasive technology promotes relaxation, a better quality of life, and more energy. Call PureWave Now at 561-965-7777. PureWaveNow.com.
The Heart of Delray Gallery, located in the Delray Art Complex, is one of South Florida's top venues for art, culture, music, and private events. The Heart of Delray Gallery is a cutting-edge, 11,000 square foot art exhibition showcasing local artists and artisans with the highest quality of talent and vision, highlighting South Florida's creative arts. Visit us at the Heart of Delray Gallery, 1440 North Federal Highway in Delray Beach. Come, take a tour, book your next private event or fundraiser, or join us for Art Walk the first Friday of every month from 6 to 11 p.m. For more information, give us a call at 561-278-0074.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show is over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more goodwill next time. You can follow the cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.